Hey, I'm six-time world champion barbecue pitmaster Tuffy Stone, and I'm going to share some recipes out of my cookbook. But before we get into the recipes, I want to thank all the men and women who are out there keeping us safe at home. And to any jarheads out there, Semper Fi. We're going to do two recipes, a simple celery seed rub, a white barbecue sauce, and then we're going to cook some chicken wings. All right, so we're going to begin with my celery seed rub. 5 ingredients, very simple. You can make this in advance. Rubs will keep for months in a cool, dark place. We're going to start with a half a cup of kosher salt, a quarter cup plus 1 tablespoon of fresh cracked ground black pepper, 2 teaspoons of whole celery seed. I like the whole celery seed versus ground because I really love the texture. We're going to do 1 teaspoon of granulated garlic and 2 teaspoons of ancho chili powder ground. We'll just mix this up, put it in a shaker if you have a shaker. If not, we'll season the wings by hand. Now we're going to make a white barbecue sauce, and for those who are not familiar with the white barbecue sauce, a white barbecue sauce is a mayonnaise-based barbecue sauce. I hadn't made white barbecue sauces until my cookbook. I fell in love with white barbecue sauces. They're known as Alabama white barbecue sauces. I did my own little unique twist on mine. The first one is going to have some celery seed in that sauce as well, which is in the rub too. So you can tell I'm a big fan of celery seed. You start off with mayonnaise. Everybody's got their favorite. My favorite is Duke's mayonnaise. I'm from Richmond, Virginia. I've got a cup and a half of Duke's mayonnaise that I've already measured out. When you go to put this on the chicken wings and put it back on the grill, it's going to go from this nice opaque color to like this lacquered beautiful sheen, and it's going to be tangy and it's going to be zesty. I just fell in love with it. The next recipe we're going to go into is going to give some tang. It's apple cider vinegar, and we're going to give about a half a cup of apple cider vinegar and then 1 tablespoon. You can make this sauce in advance. It'll keep in the refrigerator for about a week. Next recipe we're going to go into is some lemon juice, so about 3 tablespoons of lemon juice. The rub doesn't have any sugar in it, but it does have salt. So we got our lemon juice, got our mayonnaise, got our cider vinegar. Now we're going to come in with 3/4 of a teaspoon of granulated garlic. We got our celery seed, which is going to be 1.5 teaspoons. I'm leaving the celery seed whole again. I just love the texture. Actually, this sauce will do better if it's made a few days in advance and all these flavors kind of come to be. The source of heat for this is going to be cayenne pepper, and there's going to be 3/4 of a teaspoon of cayenne pepper. The next 2 ingredients are going to be some salt and simple syrup. Simple syrup is just equal parts of water and sugar. You cook it till it's dissolved. You can do a stovetop. You can do it in a microwave. It's great for making lemonade, so make a little bit extra. 3 teaspoons of simple syrup. That sugar is just going to bring down that acidity just a little bit. And we're just going to mix these ingredients together, put it in a container, and we'll refrigerate it until we need it. So we've made our rub, we've made our sauce. Tomorrow we're going to cook these wings up, and you'll just see how delicious they are. All right, so we made our rub last night. It's a celery seed rub. We've got full chicken wings here, and we're just going to season them, give them a moderate coat. There's no sugar in the rub, so it's very salt forward. Because there's no sugar in this rub, we don't have to worry about those sugars burning on the grill. I'm gonna season these and let them sit for about 30 minutes, 30 to 45 minutes room temperature before I put them on the grill. That amount of time is gonna allow that rub to start to sweat, for the flavors to kind of start to penetrate. I'm not doing it in this recipe, but I'm a big fan of brines. You can go to my website, tuffystone.com. I've got my chicken brine recipe in the recipe section. If you make that, you're going to want to soak these wings for about 2 hours, pull them out of the brine, dry them, and then season them with the same amount of rub that I'm putting on these right now. This is very savory, zesty, rub. I love it. I'm a big fan of celery seed. So I'm gonna hit this other side. We'll let it sit for about 30 minutes. So next up, we're gonna get our grill going. I'm just gonna use a simple kettle. You can use a charcoal grill, you can use a gas grill, whatever you've got. If you don't have a grill at all, we could do this in a cast iron skillet, browning them on the stove top, moving them into a hot oven. I'm gonna get the grill going to about 300 degrees. I'll show y'all how to do that. All right, so I'm gonna cook these chicken wings on a simple Weber kettle. I always start mine with a charcoal chimney. I've just put some newspaper under there, got a lighter. Once these coals are going good, I'm gonna put them in the bottom of the kettle, and I'm gonna set it up to where I have two zones. I'm gonna have hot coals on one side of the bottom and no coals on the other side. And so I can kind of grill these wings and get them crispy, and then I can move them over to the cool side, lower the lid, let them continue to cook until they're done. I'm looking for about 170 degrees. At that point, we'll take that white barbecue sauce that we made and we'll put that on there. So let me just get the grill going and we'll put the wings on. I have dumped coals on half of the bottom of the kettle, so we'll have a hot side and a cool side. I'm gonna put the grate on and then load her up with the chicken wings. All right, so we set up the Weber kettle two zone. We had a hot side and a cool side. We seasoned the wings about 45 minutes before they went on the grill. I've been running the grill about 325 degrees or so. Sometimes I'm putting them directly over the coals. If they get a little too sizzly, I move them over to the cooler side. They've got a nice crispness on the skin now, so I'm gonna move them all over to this cool side, close the lid, cook them till they're about 170 degrees. After that, we'll put that Alabama white barbecue sauce on that we made yesterday. Okay, so our wings are done. Always sauce at the end. You want to cook your meat until it's done, then put the sauce on. Most barbecue sauces have sugars on them, and they get too hot and they burn. I think a lot of us can relate to having chicken that was undercooked and the sauce was burned on here. So these wings are cooked to doneness, and this is the sauce that we made yesterday. It's the celery seed white sauce. It's on my website, tuffystone.com, and we're just gonna hit this, and we're gonna do this on the cool side of the grill, and you'll see that these wings, after we close the lid on them, this opaque white sauce will actually become almost like lacquer. It's just gonna be really beautiful. The recipe's got, you know, the sauce has got vinegar in it, it's got lemon in there, so it's very tangy. The rub's very salty. It's got some spice in there. We've got the smoke from the grill. So we'll sauce both sides of these, close the lid for 5 or 10 minutes, and they'll be ready to serve. So we sauced the chicken wings with the celery seed white sauce about 10 minutes ago, put them on the cool side of the kettle, close the lid, and as you can see, they go from like that white colored sauce to translucent and shiny. They're just gonna be tangy, they're gonna be zesty. I like all types of wings. I like buffalo wings, I like barbecued wings, I like deep fried wings. But these celery seed rubs with this white barbecue sauce on the grill are just a nice addition to anybody's chicken wing repertoire. So we're just gonna let these rest. I'm gonna serve them tonight really simple with some French fries and some fresh salad, and just keep it simple. I'm Tuffy Stone, and I hope you enjoy this. They're a little hot. Very good.